I remember the message word for word. You're not welcome here anymore. 9 years of service, 4 deployments, 1 bullet scar on my shoulder, and that was the text waiting for me before Christmas. No explanation, no hesitation, just finality. I stared at it from my cot that night in Kabul, the base lights flickering against the canvas walls. I'd imagined that homecoming 1,000 times, her arms around me, the smell of cinnamon from her baking, the quiet peace of our house. Instead, all I got was that one line. I replied with a single word, "Fine." And that was the moment everything inside me went still. I didn't rage, didn't call, didn't ask why. The Army teaches you one thing above all: control. I finished my last days on base in silence, keeping my face expressionless, my voice calm. But in my chest, something cold began to settle. By the time the transport plane took off for home, I wasn't thinking about Christmas anymore. I was thinking about patterns, messages, timelines, and I already knew something was wrong. I met Claire before I enlisted. She was soft-spoken, kind, had this habit of touching my wrist when she laughed. She said she'd wait for me no matter how long it took. She wrote letters the first few years, long ones, full of hope and small details about her day. But over time, they thinned out. Shorter messages, fewer photos, then just emojis. I told myself it was normal. People change. Distance kills rhythm. But what I didn't admit, not even to myself, was that she'd already been drifting long before I left for my last deployment. Her best friend, Mark, started showing up more in her stories. He helped with the house, the car, little things. I trusted him. He was my friend too. We'd grown up together. That's the part that cut deepest. When her message came, something about the timing gnawed at me. 3 days before my flight home, right after I'd told her I'd be arriving early, unannounced. It didn't take a genius to piece it together. A soldier learns to read silence like a language, and hers screamed guilt. So I waited, quietly. I didn't tell anyone about the text, not my CO, not my squad. I just boarded the plane and went home early, 24 hours before she expected me. And what I saw when I pulled into the driveway confirmed everything. His truck, in my spot, the curtains half drawn, 2 shadows moving inside. I didn't storm in, didn't break anything. I just sat there, in the dark, watching, letting it etch itself into memory, every movement, every sound. Then I backed away. I didn't confront her that night, or the next. Instead, I checked into a small hotel 2 towns over. From there, I started preparing. In the military, we call it reconnaissance. Civilian life calls it divorce preparation. I met with a lawyer, a quiet man named Ellis, who didn't ask for details until I gave him every document, every bank statement, every shared password. I moved my direct deposits, froze joint accounts, transferred the deed of the house I'd paid for into a trust under my name alone. I hired a private investigator for a week, cost me nearly $3,000, worth every cent. Photos, dates, receipts, hotel check-ins, even one from my own bed. By Christmas Eve, I had everything. She still hadn't heard from me. I wanted her to wonder, to stew in the silence she'd created. That was part of it, the wait. Because silence, when used right, is punishment itself. I sent her a message on Christmas morning, just 2 words, "Merry Christmas." Within minutes she replied, relief, guilt, confusion, all in one text. But I didn't respond. Instead, Ellis filed the papers the next day. Adultery, with full evidence attached. The trust ensured the house couldn't be claimed as marital property anymore. My accounts were separate, my assets protected. Within 48 hours, the life she'd built on lies began to collapse. The best part? Mark's wife received the same set of photos I did, courtesy of a single anonymous envelope. 2 homes burned down before New Year's. 5 days later, my phone vibrated violently on the nightstand. 10 missed calls, 8 from Claire, 1 from her mother, 1 from their lawyer. I ignored them all. Then came the message from her number. "Please call me. We made a mistake. We can fix this. Too late. When her lawyer finally got through, he sounded tired, apologetic even. He said she wanted to discuss reconciliation, said she didn't understand how I'd managed to act so fast. I almost laughed. I told him, calmly, tell her this was me finally coming home. Then I hung up. That was the last time I heard her voice. It's been a year since then. I'm stationed stateside now. New town. No ring. No ghosts. Sometimes I think about that message, the one that started it all. You're not welcome here anymore. She meant it as a weapon, but all it did was set me free. People expect soldiers to fight loud wars, guns, orders, chaos. But the quiet wars, the ones you fight alone in your head, with restraint instead of rage, those are the ones that change you. I didn't need to shout, didn't need to hurt anyone. All I had to do was let the truth speak for itself. And it did. Perfectly. Because when I said, fine, what I really meant was, you'll see. And she did. Too late to undo.